Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Facebook Live event. My name is Anna. Today, we're going to be covering some of the tips and tricks features in Homesnap so you can impress your clients and get them to use your branded Homesnap app. Now, if you have your app already downloaded on your phone, today we are going to be using the mobile device, so your iPad. Good morning, Carla. We're going to be using your iPad, your iPhone, your tablet, or your Android device. If you do not have the app already downloaded, the app can be found in the App Store if you have an iPhone. If you have an Android device, the app can be found in the Google Play Store, and the name of the app, of course, is Homesnap. So we're going to start today with taking a look at your clients who have already been branded to you or who have accepted your invitation. At the bottom of your app, as you can see here, I have my phone. Good morning, Rhonda. At the bottom of your app, everyone should have here 5 tabs: news, messages, homes, agents, and me. We are going to get started in the Me tab at the bottom right corner. So tap your Me tab for me, and keep in mind the app is all about touching and tapping. Do not be afraid to touch or tap. You are not going to break your phone, and you're not going to break the app, I promise you. This app does offer a ton of value, and there is a learning curve. So you want to practice as much as possible by touching and tapping until you become familiar and comfortable with the Homesnap features. So in the Me tab, this is where you're going to find your clients who are branded to you currently. So you have right above my shortcuts, clients and contacts. If you tap or touch clients and contacts, you will find here a number of options going across at the very top here. And you want to make sure that you are viewing clients. So tap clients, and from here you will see all your clients who are currently branded to you, meaning they're seeing you in Homesnap as the point of contact. And guys, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to type those in the comment box for me, and I will be able to answer for you. So here I have a few clients, right? I can tap or touch my client's name, and from here, I will be able to see their favorites. So once your client has downloaded the app, if they're familiar with some of the Homesnap features, maybe searching, they may have some favorite properties here, right? Now, if, I'm gonna go back, if you notice your clients, let's say Sam and Susie, for instance, they have no features here, it's very likely that they have downloaded the app, but they're not sure how to use it. So for today's live event, I have a PDF document that you can actually share with your clients after you have invited them. The document is also hyperlinked with links into the Homesnap app. If you would like to receive that PDF client guide, please type yes in the comment box for me, and we will share the link to that document with you. You can forward this PDF client guide to your clients after you have invited them. You can also share this with them at your showing appointments. So Susie, for instance, right here, as I can see, Sam and Susie, they do not currently have properties that they favorited. So what I would do here is send them a message. And what I would suggest is asking if they would like to go see some properties this week, or letting them know that you're available to take them to see some houses this week. And the reason I'm saying this is to get your clients to use Homesnap, especially your not so tech savvy clients. If you would like to get them to use Homesnap, please share with them how to use the features at your next showing appointment or your buyer's consult. You want to teach them how to use the app in person. And today I am going to share with you a few features that you can use or share to get them really excited about Homesnap. So now let's go back. So I'm tapping the back option in the very top here. Ben and Jen Brady here. What I love about Homesnap is also here, you can communicate with your client right in the app by sending a message. So Ben and Jen Brady, they have favorite quite a few properties, but as you can see, they are currently sold. And it states here sold and the date the property has been sold. So what I recommend doing is reaching out saying, hey, I see you have an interest in this property. The property is currently been sold, or the property is under contract or no longer available. Would you like to go see a few more houses? You want to be proactive and start reaching out. You can also say, hey, I'm available to take you to see a property right across the street from this property at 200 North Cleveland Street. Just send them a message and start nurturing your relationship with that client. Alrighty, so now we're going to switch gears and we're going to move from the Me tab and we're going to move over to the Homes tab. And this is where I am going to share with you a few features that I've used in the past to get my clients super excited about Homesnap. So tap your Homes tab for me. After tapping your Homes tab, your client may not be familiar with the search features in the app. We have a ton of different search options for clients in the Homes tab. When they first open the app, they will have here 4 tabs. So your clients will have the News tab, Messages, Homes, and Me. They're not going to be able to view or see the full Pro Agents tab. This is only available for real estate agents, right? Now, once the app opens for them into the Homes tab, they will have a map view at the top. Of course, if they touch the map, this is going to expand that map view for them. Right above the map here, there are a few options for them, for sale and for rent. Now, you as an agent will have the option to see all homes. If you want to prospect for seller leads, you have the option to do that with all homes. Your clients do not have this option, of course, but they will have for sale as well as for rent, right? In for sale, if they would like to search a specific area, in the search bar right above here, they can type that area by typing whether the city, address, zip code, MLS number, street name. A very popular search for buyers especially is searching by school name. And I absolutely love searching by school name with Homesnap because the school information in Homesnap comes from greatschools.org and not the MLS. As you are aware, in the MLS, the listing agent can add whichever school they want or like, but it is not often accurate. So the school information comes from greatschools.org. Why? Because greatschools.org, they update their school info at the beginning of every month. So as the school zonings and boundary lines are changing, they're being updated in the app for you. Now, guys, you must search by school name, not school district or school zone. So elementary, middle, or high school name. So if I wanted to search for a property for my client, zone 2, let's say Tilden Middle School. As I begin to type the school name, I have the school name here, and your clients would have a very similar view here. So now I have every single property zoned to this specific school. Now, another great feature you can share with them is filter. We have a ton of filters. I think we have more filters than any other search portal out there. Home search portal, that is. So if I tap filter, you'll see here a ton of filter options that your clients can use, including HOA fees, school ratings, parking, basement. I have an agent asking about in-law suites. Absolutely. If you tap additional filters, you can search and filter for properties with an in-law suite as well. Now, keep in mind, this all depends on what the listing agent has in the MLS, of course. So if the listing agent is as detailed as possible with this information, then this is going to work perfectly. We also have listing type. So if you're working with those investors, you can filter for auction properties as well as foreclosures. You also have, of course, price reduction, every single property type there is, commercial, land lots, detached home, townhomes, a ton of filter options here. So for this training, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use price just to show a quick view of exactly how this works. And I'm going to say from 200,000 or 150, I should say, for that area, to 350K and done. And I can add as many filters as possible, but for now, I am going to add price and property type. Let's say house and townhouse. I can now say see results, or I can go back to my filters. So I'm going to tap see results. Oops. No properties within that search. So I'm going to go back into my filters, and I am going to increase my price range because of the area I'm in Montgomery County. So I am going to go up to, let's say, 700K. There we go, and apply. And there we have a couple of properties zoned to this school. Now I can save my search. I'm not sure if you guys have tried or save search feature recently, but we've recently updated this feature where you are now able to receive email alerts immediately, and you can save a search for your client. Type yes if you have used this save search feature before, or if you've used it recently where you can receive immediate email alerts. Type yes in the comment box for me. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works. But before I do that, guys, as you can see here, I have the number 2 to the right of my filter. You want to definitely remind your clients that if they apply too many filters, let's say they've applied 10, they may have filtered out the entire map. Okay, so I would suggest using a maximum of maybe 3 or 4 filters at a time. Now, what I'm going to do is save the search by tapping Save Search. And I am going to name this search for my client, Rob. So this is my search for my client. For sale, coming soon, properties within the price range of 150 to 700K. They're looking for a house and a townhouse. Now, by default, your email alerts will be set to be received daily. However, you can change the settings here by tapping into it and select immediately. So you're going to receive these real-time email alerts. Once you've selected immediately, tap Save Settings. And on your keyboard, you want to tap Return or Enter and save the search. And your search has now been saved. If you have saved this search for your clients will receive email alerts, and you will receive email alerts here as well. All right. Now I can remove this outline, but where will I find my search? In the search bar right above your map, you'll see my search here for Rob. And I'm just going to tap Cancel to get out of this. And now I'm back to my map. Now at your showing appointment, there is a feature that you can use while you're waiting for your client, or while your client is pulling up to the house or driving up to the house, or your client has arrived at the house. I like to use this as soon as my client has arrived at the house, because I prefer to use my Homesnap app to share with my client the property details instead of printing listing summaries. Printing those listing summaries for your showing appointments, those often get tossed into the trash anyway, right? So we're gonna save some trees here and instead get your clients to use their Homesnap app. Right above your map, you have a camera. This is our snapping feature at Homesnap, and I promise you your clients will love this. Once you start taking snaps of homes, they're gonna ask, wait a minute, what's that? What are you doing? Tell them it's your app, and you can also invite them and make sure they download the app here. So if you tap your camera in the top right corner, so I'm gonna tap my camera here. You wanna make sure that you're holding the phone upright. So hold your phone upright, so the front of the house is right in front here, right? Now this works based on GPS location. To take a snap of the house or a pic of the house, you want to tap the blue circle at the bottom center. Now, this works based on GPS location, guys. So you must be at the house in order to do this. It works best if you're standing in front of the property. Of course, I'm inside my home right now doing this Facebook Live event. However, if I were standing directly in front of the house, I would get the best coordinates here. So as I tap my blue circle at the bottom center, my app has now showed me here every single property that is nearby. So the app is asking, which property are you referring to? Again, I'm not standing directly in front of one because I'm inside of my home. So if I were standing in front of, let's say, this property here, and I take a snap of it or I take a picture of it, I would see here that property and every single information on the house. And this is the same for your client. So instead of printing, as I said, the listing summary, your clients will always have their phones with them, right? So you want to make sure they have the app downloaded. And from here, they can take a look at all the listing details. Now, this works on every single property, whether the property is in active status, under contract, or sold, or off market. So you can take a picture or a snap of your home as well, and you will see the information on it. Any historical MLS data will appear here for you. Now, your client can also save the snap. Once they've saved the snap by tapping save or save snap at the bottom, you are going to receive a notification, and this snap will also appear in their client profile in the Me tab, okay? So that is the snapping feature. This is a feature that often impresses clients. Another feature here, while I'm looking at this property, is walking property lines. If you have an iPhone, you can walk property lines in augmented reality. Of course, I'm not at the property right now, so if I tap walk property lines, it's not going to appear as it usually does. But you're going to see walk the property lines if you have an iPhone, and as you're at the property, you're going to tap it. You're going to tap I'm here, and what you will see is the arrows on your phone showing the line to walk that property. Of course, this will appear as soon as you're at the property, of course. All right. So that is another feature that your clients will absolutely love. In the app, I'm going to now select a property to take a look at, an active listing. So I'm going to select from my map here by just tapping one of my pins. You also have a mortgage calculator, and this is a great feature to share with your client as well if they would like to calculate an estimate for the monthly payments on this property. They can simply tap estimated mortgage. So if I tap estimated mortgage at the very top, I can see here the estimated monthly payments. And what I love about this feature is you have the ability to adjust the numbers here. So if your client, let's say, has been approved for FHA, we can do 3% there. You can change the numbers. They can change the numbers as well. Interest rates are really low right now. So let's say they have a 3.5%. You can select advanced options and you can add some additional numbers here. And I promise you, your buyers especially will love this feature. The mortgage calculator often gets overlooked, but it's a feature that I find buyers especially absolutely love to use. Now, another feature I love to use here, I'm just going to swipe up here to move down the page. Once you've invited your clients to use Homesnap, you will appear here instead of the listing agent, right? So say, for instance, my clients, Ben and Jen, they would be seeing me in the app instead of seeing the listing agent. Why? Because through the invitation process, I've made a connection with Ben and Jen. So instead of seeing this person here who's a listing agent, they would see me and they would be able to send me a message. Also, at the very bottom of the property listing page, and this is where they'll have the listing details, guys. So I was mentioning earlier, if they take a snap of the house, right here, listing details, if they tap show more at the bottom, so show less, they'll see show more here at the bottom. Let's go back to it here. If they tap show more, they have the details for the property. Is it gas or electric? Does it have a garage? Does it have a basement? Is it a walkout? What's the HOA fee? What's the condo fee? Of course, once you arrive at the property with your clients, they're going to ask for every single property. Okay, what's the HOA fee for this one? What's the condo fee for this one? What's the listing price for this one, right? It's all at their fingertips right here. So that information is right here. I'm also going to share with you how you can create a listing card in the app once you've scheduled your showing appointment and share those properties with your clients in Homesnap. So here they have all the details for the property at their fingertips. School information, property lines. Now again, property lines, if you have an iPhone or if they have an iPhone, they can walk in augmented reality. On the Android device, they will see open map. They're not able to walk in augmented reality at this time. However, the client will be a blue dot following along the line here. And of course, at the very bottom of the page, you want to share with your client where if they love the house, Android users, they can send the property to you in a message or use the message icon. They can touch the star to favorite. Once they favorite the house, this will also appear in the client's profile. So you'll know the properties that they're interested in going to see immediately. You can also share via text message, and they can share via text or email as well. And I like to tell my clients, if you love a house and you would like to go see it, send it to me via text. I like this option. And then once I've scheduled the appointment, I then share the property with my client via message. This is messaging in the app. So I'm going to share with you how I use Homesnap for my listing card with my showing appointment. So here I have this property. Let's say my client wants to go see this property tomorrow, right? Tomorrow at 2 p.m. I am going to select, I've scheduled my showing with showing time, we're good to go, appointment confirmed. What I will do now is share this property with my client with the message icon. On the Android device, you have send in a message. So if I tap here message, the message icon, or send in a message if you're using an Android, I can select from my clients by tapping my clients here. And the client I've scheduled this showing for is Ben and Jen Brady. So I'm going to select Ben and Jen, right, by tapping the name here. Select next. And from here, I am going to say, let's say Thursday, 2 p.m. and send. Okay, so that's scheduled for 2 p.m. Let's say I have another property scheduled. I'm going to select this one. This one has been confirmed. I am going to tap send in a message or the message icon. My clients, select Ben and Jen. Next. This one has been scheduled for, let's say, 2:45 p.m. and send. And if I have a third scheduled, I would send that over as well. You can also add comments to say, well, this one's been on the market only for 2 days, or this one's been on the market for 60 days, or this one doesn't have a fence, or this one doesn't have a garage. But whatever you'd like to say, you can add your comments here, okay? Now, my reason for doing this is, once I've shared these properties with my client, with the time I have scheduled for each property, they know exactly where to meet me, right? They have the property address, they have the time and the day, right? Now, as we're driving to see properties, once we've arrived at the house, of course, they can open the app. They can simply touch in the messages tab. And to find the message, I should have shown that to you guys, that's in messages here, right? So there'll be a messaging thread. For every message that you share with your clients, a thread will be created, similar to SMS text messaging on your phone. So Ben and Jen here, and I have the properties to go show to Ben and Jen, right? And they're seeing a very similar view. If I tap this property, I can also get my drive-in directions by tapping the property address. So if I tap the property address, and Ben and Jen will be able to do the same. So instead of going into my Waze app and typing in the address, or going into Google Maps or Apple Maps and type in the address, I can open my Homesnap app, tap the address. I'll see directions here. So if I tap directions, and then I can say go and start driving to the property. And to go back, you can simply tap Homesnap and then tap the X here. Also, guys, on the properties, while you're showing them to your clients and they have the properties in front of them in the app, they will be able to see any comments that you've made on the property here as well. So I absolutely love this for showing appointments, because they'll know, okay, next property, they can simply tap the address. Another reason I love this feature is every property has a current MLS status stated with a color here. So green means this property is currently active or is still for sale, right? If the property has been under contract, you'll see an orange label here. Now, if you have an Android, it will state here under contract or pending. If you have an iPhone, you're going to see the labels here with the different colors. Blue means off market, green active, orange contract, and red sold. Now, as you can see here as well, I have the date and the time the message was sent. And this applies for my client as well. So if a client shares a property with me, same thing. I'll see the date and time that the message was sent, and they'll see the same here. Now, oftentimes, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this here. Oftentimes, you may have shown 15 houses to a client and they're still not ready to move forward to make an offer, right? And 2 months later, you get a message or a text from them saying, hey, what happened to the house we saw on Queen Elizabeth Drive back in October, right? What you can do is real quickly go into your messages. You have your messaging thread because you shared the property with your client. You can now go all the way back to October, and this is sorted by date here. So you can go all the way back to October, Queen Elizabeth. Oh, the property is now off market. Or wait a minute, the property has been sold. And they have this information right at their fingertips as well. So if they would like to see the current status for the property that you showed them maybe 2 months ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, they can see that information right here. And this is very interactive. They can tap into it here and they can see all the information on the property and when that property went under contract. Now, before I go, there's one last thing I want to point out, guys. Once you're looking at a listing here or a property, you'll notice a couple of pro labels. The pro labels in any section of the app here indicates that that section or those features are only available to you. So the client, for instance, will not be able to send a CMA, nor will your client be able to schedule a showing. In some MLSs, you have the ability to edit your listings in Homesnap. Once you edit your listing in Homesnap, it will be updated in the MLS as well. So you can actually edit your listing while on the go. But of course, you must be the listing agent in order to edit the listing. Any pro label section here, confidential data, for instance, the client will not see this. Confidential data is where you're going to have your showing instructions and your commission splits. Okay. And that covers all I have for today's Facebook Live. If you would like to join us for additional trainings, we have our calendar scheduled through the end of the year. If you'd like to join us to learn how to prospect for seller leads, in the Pro Agents tab here, we have Pro University, Homesnap Pro University. So tap Pro Agents for me. Below Agent Only Features, you have Pro University with tips and tricks and tutorial videos, recorded webinars, and we also have live trainings available. So select your region and you can register for one of our 30-minute trainings. These are about 20 to 30 minutes, so not too long. But feel free to join us for a webinar. Someone's asking, how do I go to Pro University? In the Pro Agents tab here, you have agent-only features, swipe up, and from here you have Pro University. So for those of you who are just joining, if you would like to receive the client walkthrough guide, type yes in the comment box and we'll share that link with you so you can share with your clients after you've invited them how to use the Homesnap app. So we'll share that client walkthrough guide with you. Alrighty, and that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye now.